another from Poison Rock. Today we give a welcome back to Hubert Więcek from Banisher. How's going? It's
Hello.
been a while, not that much though.
Oh yeah, good to see you.
Yeah, of course we are getting ready for the release of the new single for the new single as well, but also the new full length for Banisher, Metamorphosis. How does it feel? I mean, because I know the Banisher, it's your main project.
Yes, I mean it's been quite a while because the previous album, Degrees of Isolation, was released
2020.
6 years ago. So
Yeah,
I think it's a lot, but
yeah.
the circumstances were not helpful with creating the new album and the band to maintain and continue to do the work because all the pandemic stuff that happened at first. Then everybody wanted to go back on track. I was trying also to pursue like career with playing live. I joined another band.
Yeah.
And I also had to collect people to play in Banisher because we had some changes with the lineup.
I remember you mentioned something about you were changing lineup and
yeah, so I actually had to sacrifice like 2 or 3 years just to educate and make train the musicians, which is not that easy because the songs are very demanding on all levels. So I wanted to make the band working as a performing band. So this took at least 3 years for me.
Okay.
And I think that my way back then was that, okay, so we just released a new album and I just forgot about creating new stuff. And it was a huge mistake because actually what I'm supposed to do was to create more and more and more songs, nonetheless, if the record was just out or no. In the meantime, I also started a online guitar school, which
literally school. It wasn't anymore like a one-on-one session. It's really a school of guitar started online.
I mean, it's like an online guitar school. So I have people from all around the globe.
Okay.
Mostly Polish people, but they're spread out to different countries. I had also like some people that wanted to have lessons with me, like from I don't know, like Colombia or different countries.
Parts of the world, yeah.
But this also took a while for me because I had to focus on developing the school. So I wasn't bored at all. But the thing is that I started slowly to getting back to create new songs somewhere around the end of 2021.
Okay.
And around 2022, we had 3 songs already finished.
Which were, if I read right, Aftermath, Born to Die, and Demons.
Exactly. Those 3 were the singles that we've released as following in 2023 and 24.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, as I said, I joined DIF. I had to train the rest of the musicians. And we actually had one more song recorded, which was one Manifest of Justice. We already had this one recorded in December 22. So it took a while, right? But we wanted to wait for the perfect timing to release it.
Yeah, of course.
And actually, what I wanted to do is to complete everything and complete the album. And after like several years, the time has come. The funny thing is that the songs were recorded initially by Eugene on the drums in 2 different studios at first. Then we didn't have time and opportunities to work together, and he decided to step back and focus only on Flash God Apocalypse. So I had to find someone who could fill in for him as the recording drummer. And well, I found the best suiting guy that I can ever imagine, who is Michał Łyseiko, also from Dajew and formerly from Decapitated, my great friend, playing together. And
he's really good.
I just love his drumming. His drumming is absolutely insane. He's like hitting the drums is like the the definition of lumberjack drumming. He's hitting that hard that.
And also, from before, you also share a band together more than once, so that's kind of more understanding also.
And the thing is that the tracks that Eugene recorded were fast, super technical, and insane to play, as to speak.
Yeah.
And the songs that Michał recorded were more like mid-tempo, fastish, like not super blast beat, fast stuff, but the more mid-tempo lumberjack style of playing, which suited him perfectly. And I love his playing. Like when I'm playing rehearsals with him, if you enter the rehearsal room and you don't have the earplugs, after 3 snare hits, you faint because it's so loud. I mean, I love his drumming. It's so great, When we recorded Animal Me video with Dajew, I was laughing that all the seagulls in Gdańsk were reversing, going back to Sweden because it was too loud there. So we're having this joke, and Michał recorded at his home. He has like a mini studio room just for him, so it was super convenient. Yeah. I recorded the guitars and basses at home, just as you see in here. I have like a home studio, which is super convenient for me as well. And Yorgi, he recorded at home as well. Then we were releasing the singles, but afterwards I decided to record the guitars again because I had like new microphones, upgraded.
Okay. Here. The perfectionist. I have to call you the perfectionist.
It's maybe I would call it that I just love to have fun with music and just to juggle stuff.
Yeah. So okay.
If you're gonna listen to Demons, Aftermath, and Born to Die from the single versions, they're gonna be different on the album.
Okay.
They're different, like all those tiny little
details
are different, like palm muting and some different different riffing. So I wanted those tracks to sound fresh. And all the 3 singles were mixed by 3 different guys.
Okay.
And ultimately, what came to an end was that the whole album was mixed again, like everything from zero, by Tomek Zalewski, which is a fantastic producer, fantastic mixer. He was working with a lot of Polish great bands. He was working with Decapitated as well. He was working with Coma Frontside and a lot of Polish bands that are sort of big in here. Yeah. And I love working with him, and I'm super happy with what we've put out. So it's
because it's like 6 years after. I mean, because you gave a little bit of crumbles during this year, but now there is literally a full length. Because I remember when we started doing interviews, we kind of were speaking about Banisher, how they started, the already album released. We spoke like in pieces of the Banisher. So
takes time.
Yeah, so we can say that Metamorphosis is literally, I mean, the name itself is meaning like how it is the band now, like you went throughout the Metamorphosis, and this is how, like a turning point album, let's say.
Exactly. This is like the post everything, Post everything.
Of course.
That's it. So
and of course, like like we said, the album is gonna be out really like soon, and you're thinking about already, because just mentioning live show, and then we go back to the album, some live show or something like party release, at least for the day of the release? You're planning something?
Funny thing is that the album was supposed to be released in November 2025, but it had to be postponed because of, well, of the delays in mixing and stuff. We had to, like, make it perfect and make all the data to be real to release, right? And we had a 20th anniversary tour in Poland, and that was supposed to be the release party and 20th anniversary tour. So actually we've missed it, but well, but now we have a great opportunity to make new tour for the new release, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen this year. I have a live lineup with new guys who are ready for the battle, with me. So depending on whoever can play in this band, those guys are gonna play, because I was always, this dog that is locked in the cottage, waiting for his master to come to get a walk, and I'm like waiting, like politely. I'm done with it. I just right now I'm pissing wherever I can, so you get the point, because if I will wait like eternity for all the musicians that now they are free to go and now they can go on this tour or not, then I will just wait another 20 years to make any of this band happen. And actually the tour that happened in November, there was no original member from the lineup. It was only live members, which was a pity, and I kind of regret that. But show must go on, and right now the music must go, the album has to go, and I am the guy with the whip.
But of course, I mean, I think it's the time for Banisher goes really around Europe, and even further. I mean, it's like you said, it's been a lot that has been keeping literally into, like, holding into not the cage, but waiting. It's
just, yes, it was too much waiting, and right now I think this is the right moment for us to get a fresh start. New album. I've got the lineup. I got I want it, and everybody's into playing. So now I have the opportunity to make it happen. So we're ready.
And of course, an headlining tour. That's what we are waiting for. No, it's like what would be really cool to see, and I think it will happen somehow. And I know that you are I will call you the perfectionist, but perfectionist in a way that suits not a perfectionist such as a dream theater of a necrophagist, but a perfectionist of the sound, like as a feeling. That's what I mean, like as a feeling, as a polishing. But also I know that when it comes to the stage, everything got lost. Like it's literally like being, like you said, literally being all one with the stage, with the band, the members, with the fan. So how much is the diff? Like, do you see yourself also being like sitting there, focused on the stage and playing as you want?
I don't need to focus. I'm not focusing. I'm just letting it go. It's what I'm lacking in a lot of players at those times right now, that they're too much focused about the perfectionism and stuff. And we're living in times where we got so advanced technology and stuff that we can actually make stuff sound so good, so insanely good on a high level, that but it's sitting at home, sitting in the studio, making everything perfect, all notes just like cut it like cheese and stuff, and then you go live and you cannot perform this stuff.
Exactly.
And it's shit. I mean, I hate it. And when I am doing like live streams and playthroughs and stuff, I make mistakes, not on purpose, but I make mistakes because I'm human. If you want
Exactly.
to listen to perfect stuff, I mean, just go and listen to Guitar Pro stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what makes the music so great? It's the tiny, small mistakes and imperfections. Like, get for example the Beatles or all those guys from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I mean, they didn't have Pro Tools and like getting the grid, everything, or getting auto tune and all the super post production shit. It was what it was. Like, you've got the pure performance on the tape. That's it, and that's why I think there's magic in there. Or you have like Cryptops non-survival where the tempo is just like and down, up and down, up and down, stuff like that. And you got Morbid Angel, like the first, second album, which is like uneven as hell. And the solos that they're playing in there, it's nobody knows what they're playing. Actually, a super funny story is that I started to transcribe all the, because I want to release like something like tab book with playthroughs and stuff. And I actually was trying to tab out the stuff that I played in Manifest of the Justice, the solo. I can transcribe it. I spent 6 hours making super zooms, slowing down 2 times. So it was 0.25 of the speed. I have no idea what I played there.
So
I just cannot. I mean, I know what's there, but it's some kind of, you know, like slayerish savagery in there. I'm not sure what's there. I was transcribing that from the video because I often record on video what I'm playing, so I don't have those moments like, what the hell was I playing in there?
Yeah, of course.
So I have like 26% made it correctly, but I was listening to the video. Mayhaps on the stems on the album, the solo was maybe just a little bit spiced better, suited to the grid or whatever. I don't know. I need to listen to the stems. But from the video that I had, I'm like, dude, what did you play in there? I'm like, I don't know. This is cool. I mean, this is cool because it's magic. It's magic.
It's called art. That's what you explained. Art.
It's magic. It's magic. What I would say. So I love it.
Art.
I also, you know, the process of the recording. I don't like to record myself. It's exhausting because you have to be the producer, the mixer, and
doing the editing.
You know, it's only recording the hit button, but you're distracted with all the stuff. When you record with someone else, it's way better. But if I'm not having nuclear blast budgets, so I'm having my own budget, and I have studio at home, so it is what it is, right? But the thing is that I was recording this stuff, and the guitars I used like practically all of my guitars for different
video
or different songs. We use 6 different tunings. It's, you know, like every song. Banisher was always, most of the time, was B standard on 7 string. Right now we started to use 6 strings again, first time since 2005 or 6, whatever. And it's something new. We're also using 7 string to drop A. We're using drop C sharp. We're using B standard. We're also having like songs. Manifest of Justice, for example, is recorded. One guitar is recorded in B standard, and the second guitar is recorded in drop A. So I'm playing the same stuff in different places, so they have different sounds because it sounds different. And for the first time ever, I'm using my special guitar, baritone guitar, that I'm tuning like violin. It's absolutely super different, and it's like the newest thing that you can ever see. I never seen anyone in whole metal using this tuning ever, so I am the first guy. And you will hear it on the even newer stuff that I'm composing right now, because this
And
is
you were
like so much stuff to explore right now that this
okay.
is, if you're playing the guitar in the same tuning for 20 years, it's boring. It's
You
just
want
boring.
to,
You're just like, but then when you detune or
of
retune the
course.
guitar in something different, the stems that you're playing, like all the blocks and
Yeah.
licks that in new tuning, that's something different. So it's, the whole game starts from scratch. But
That's
this
good
time,
to hear the guitar tune as a violin, because the tuning, I think it's similar for a violin to instruments such as the tagelarpa, how they are tuned, like those Nordic instruments with the chord, the tagelarpa, the morarpa. The tuning is kind of similar as I guess. So it's having playing myself one of those instruments with the
mhm.
arch, whatever it's called. I have no idea how it would sound in a guitar, and a bass could be tuned in as a violin. Because I
It
have
can. It's not fourths. It's fifths. That's it.
yeah,
It's
I'm thinking,
fifths.
can I tune
But
it?
it makes the guitar work just on another level. It's great.
But you're
That's
like,
actually great.
so
And
you're
I know that a lot of that no one will have balls to switch,
yeah, that's
because
what I'm
that's
saying, that
not convenient.
you're literally embodying today the word that is experimenting. So like you explained really well with your process to what it is in music experimenting. It's not only on a genre, it's also on an instrument, what you can experiment, what can you try, the curiosity of the mind. Because sometimes people, better than me, the music scene, people want to stay stuck in a way, in a sound and in something and never move.
That's a huge problem, actually. That's a
I
huge problem,
know, I
because
know.
people like easy things, and like simple stuff that comes, and the more difficult it is, and hard to actually get
Mm.
it, and to take time to understand it, that it's worse. It's like Wacken metal for Germans is something different. It's easy. You got beer and you just play pirate shit music or whatever it is,
Yeah,
and it's easy, and it's easy, and it's cool. But when you sacrifice a lot of time to explore new
exactly.
fields, it's different, and I really want to do it because I just love playing with music, like
Yeah,
playing with music.
I was reading something like that about a musician that he went through with this thrash metal thing, like he went to experimenting a lot in the music, and maybe you ended up to do maybe doing more hardcore, or I don't know. It's just experimenting. You're not labeling the music anymore, and a lot of fans were really complaining, said that this is not trash anymore. This should stay trash. But I was like, I mean, that's what make today this band so good. They move on. They
Exactly.
explain that's why they are, because they are new, they're young, so that's they can but even at 80 you can experiment, otherwise music wouldn't exist. But there was also people saying, can you imagine Mozart, Beethoven, if they were experimenting? But I think they were
They
experimenting.
were actually they were
Exactly, I was reading like, what the fuck these people are writing there. They were
they,
experimenting. This is people
they
without
are
knowledge. Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I remember that I read like one interview with Slayer somewhere around God Hates Us All era, and I don't recall who was being interviewed, but it was either Tom or
Yeah.
Carrie. But he said that like on every new album, we are sticking to the Slayer patch, like Slayer being Slayer.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know the numbers, but let's say 20% it's experimenting,
Okay. So that's
which made me thinking a lot, because I could record fifth Oniric Delusions. It would be technical, great, and it's super advanced, and it's technical death metal whatsoever. But man, I need to move on. It's like
not
everybody's talking, why don't you play like Winds of Creation with decap? And I'm like, dude, they're like, imagine getting back to high school and doing all the same shit that you were doing in
exactly.
high school, like when
It's
you're
like
in your 40s and stuff. I'm like,
exactly. it's like history, you know, history.
Really?
You have new discovery in history, you update history, at least that's what should be do, but we don't do that. We don't update, you know. It's like
No.
science. You find out you think you should update it. Only science has been updated. Who knows why they update only thing that bring money to their pockets and not to the real thing. So even in music, when there are people, luminary, anyone that has a creative mind that can find something new that is not there, even, you know, like a way to playing on the stage, anything. But sorry, it's my phone, let it ring, it's the call center. So
I mean, like on Lyric Delusions, actually, that was like a really condensed album with very similar vibe of the songs. They're like high tempo, a lot of blast beats and shit. And the very last song, The Fatal Parable, was way, way, way different than the whole album. And everybody was, wow, man, this song is like the best songs that you ever had. I'm like, yeah, perhaps it's the best song of this band, but it's different. And I'm like, okay, how about let's do the new album and let's do like every song is a surprise.
Okay.
And Degrees of Isolation, like I'm not gonna get into details, but every song except the first opening song, Actors and Accomplices, that was like typical Banisher thing. Is like straightforward, super fast, super technical and aggressive, which like defines the style of Banisher that I think that is being defined after 20 years. But this is like every album, the opener has had to be like the kick in the face. We're like, all right, those guys are not shitting around. They're like, this is you know, something. And then the other songs enter, and every next song is a surprise. And I'm like, sort of you know, like Metallica did, like every second song was the name of the album, or there is like the main single, right? So from Oniric Delusions, actually what it was, that the second song was always like the main song, the single, like not the opener, but the song that I think that is the best, or sort of like, if you want to present one song from this album, it's gonna be the second one. So this is my approach in a way. So the same goes with the newest album. The song is called Daymare. This song is actually really, really cool. I had this idea coming on my head. Like, the song is about, you know, person that is having blurred, you know, you imagine there's nightmare, which we know what are nightmares, but imagine same shit but during the day. So it's a daymare. So it's like a nightmare during the day.
Daymare.
You know, so I invented this word. It's not a word.
Of course, because otherwise,
And imagine that you're like
walking on the street,
sleeping, but you're not, and you're like walking. Some like
walking. Even sitting.
In Polish, it's called lunatic, but lunatic in English, it's something else. But you know, like you're walking during the day and you don't even have any clue that you're doing it.
Sleepwalking.
You know, when you're sleeping, but you're walking. Sleepwalking. It's called sleepwalking. In Polish, it's called lunatic, and in English, it's
You can say it in Polish. Don't worry.
The same is like this word revelation. A lot of people thought that revelation in Polish is something that is super awesome, because there is a word rewelacja in Polish, and it's completely something different. So pretty much same thing in here. Anyways, I had this super disturbing grief, like very like grim and eerie, and the whole idea of the song went with this daymare concept. And the cool thing, I was recording the solos, and the solos concepts on this album is something way different, because, as I said, the first solo, it's like technical, super playing, like here nobody knows what's played, but it's the old school kind of soloing. But every other song except the last song, the Soldiform, which is a song that I written 22 years ago, because it's actually a song from the demo of Banisher, but it's re-recorded. And like new arrangements and revived, but
Okay.
played manly, not like high schoolers, you know?
Okay.
So those two songs have actual soloing, let's
okay.
name it. But every other song has something super new, different, and unconventional soloing wise. So Damer, what I actually did there, I wanted to imitate the ghosts, you know, like ghosts, like
Okay, that's
all the, and how I did record the on. Why not? Okay, now it should be on. Should be on, right? You can hear it. So the thing that I was doing with the guitar,
okay.
I'm gonna show. I have a coin. That's what's that coin? It's Canadian dollar. And how do you make ghost sounds on the album? It's
Okay.
so these are the solos that I record actually on the album, you know?
That's so cool though. It's like a really kind of giving your own imprint.
Sorry?
It's a kind of giving your own imprint to the song, the song itself and the song.
It's as I said, I'm done with old school soloing. I mean, I'm not, but I wanted to make something unique and different that, well, not no one ever did, but to use it somehow wise when everything is connected and everything is legit. So I wanted this song actually, which is about the nightmares and damers and whatever. You know, in nightmares you've got ghosts and all the monsters and shit that are haunting you. So how do you make the haunting noises? And I'm like, all right, let's noodle around on the guitar and do some crazy shit. So this was my approach with the soloing. I think it's really cool. And you know, how many solos can you play for 20 something years? It's at some point it's boring. And there are guys who are faster than me and more technical and stuff, and I'm pretty good, but not that super extreme level good, but I've got better ideas.
I think these approaches it's really I never heard of these. I mean, I interviewed kind of almost 400 bands, something like that. I never heard this idea when it comes to also approaching to music. He kind of giving also to the sound, but in this way, the guitar solos, the concept of the song, kind of making feel the feelings you should feel during the song. So what is about the song? It's about
all connected.
Nightmare is about I don't know, is about something else. You are creating the atmosphere instead of using a computer. You're using your instrument. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's really cool. So I really wanted to do something. I'm sorry, exceptional, and that's not the only case on this album. I mean, Aftermath was also recorded with some kind of eerie ghost notes.
Okay.
Born to Die was actually this sort of a dreamish concept that I was using my very special effects, which is like some kind of weird Japanese arpeggiator that makes one note, it makes like bubblish arpeggios, like stuff like that. It's really cool. And I was also using this like violin guitar to make different tapping notes, which I was probably inspired by Steve Vai, which I always am. And I was main goal, do something different. I mean, like,
of course you did, but
that's it.
Yeah, how is gonna, I mean, of course, when it will be the time to perform the album live, all these things, like, I mean, you will go as it went with the solo, maybe trying to redo it or not, or whatever is different approach. Because of course,
I got few concepts, because during the last tour, I mean, like the Banisher songs till On Eric Delusions, we were always playing like super savage, no click, no backing tracks, no nothing, just four guys playing together. And there are pros and cons with this kind of approach of playing. I mean, like, go to any show right now, everything is just so much straight to the click with backing tracks, and bands that are having like basses right now with the backing tracks instead of a bass player, or the second guitar, the second guitar is running all the time as a backing track. I mean, like, that's not what it is about, I guess. I mean, like, people love it, and people who don't know the insights that much, they won't make a difference, and actually they'll say that it's way better because it sounded so good. But it's like, but it's not that. I mean, it's not performance, it's performance with playback, and I don't like it. And if it comes to playing to a click track when only the drummer has it, it's okay. But the magic, what happens is four guys playing together to each other. That's only when the magic truly happens. It never happens in any different circumstances, because it's sort of you have to follow something.
I get that.
And I'm focused on playing evenly. This guy is focused on playing with that. And during our tour, we had to start, actually the previous year that we were touring as well, we started to play with a backing track device. And I'm always like, the less the better, but the newer songs of Banisher are so progressive, and in the case of like layers, there are like a lot of layers, a lot of guitars, a lot of those landscape-ish guitars that you don't hear them, but they are there, and then they make the atmosphere and stuff. And I had a lot of those coming through the songs, and we had to decide to make something with it. So it's either the second guitar player or we do the backing tracks. And I would love to play with a second guitar player, but we couldn't manage to get one. And I don't know, maybe in the future I would love to have it, but we started to play with backing tracks. And backing tracks are to a point, they're okay if you're using them like, okay, I'm playing all the rhythms and stuff, it's good. And if I have only like those layers, and for example, we're having those special effects, stuff like dive bombs and all those pre-recorded solos, weird shit.
Wait a second, I have back, crazy Alexa. Alexa, stop. Sorry, I have that possessed device in my house. The fuck?
Cool. Anyways, like, we were playing only with the click track and those additional stuff, and maybe backing tracks when I'm soloing. That was it. But on the recent tour, like, every next show that we were playing, we were playing better and better. And somewhere around, I guess, fifth show, we were starting to play songs without the backing tracks. I mean, those songs that we were able to play without backing tracks, we've dropped them. And on the very last show, on 12 songs, we played only 2 songs with backing tracks. I mean, backing tracks is what I would name intros. So we have intro to a song, which we cannot play because it's intro, And that was it. We started to play just together. It was so like way more much fun and so much nicer. It was like, man, I really miss those times when I can play with people, just to play with people. And sometimes it's lacking, maybe it's a little bit empty, but it's live. You feel the energy, it's different. You don't have to be on a leash, you know.
Yeah,
You
I
are
know.
not on the leash of the backing tracks, click tracks, and shit.
Yeah.
And you know, to play whole show just for, you know, like 3 or 2 moments that we need to have that.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I hate it. And we just had those 2 moments that were super necessary, and the rest was with, you know, just as it was, people playing to people. I love it. I love it, and that's what I'm pursuing for.
And that's also what
For the new stuff,
yeah,
I don't know. Probably I'm gonna play, because we were playing like Born to Die, which was with the tapping solo,
Yeah.
super weird stuff. I just played different solo. That's it.
But it's like how it comes. Like we'll see live.
I play different. It's live. It's live is live. CD is CD. That's it.
I mean, yeah, of course, you're not changing the entire song, but of course,
If you're trying to make like everything to play the show like the CD, it's sort of pointless.
Yeah, then I kind of guess that as well, and also I think what you're creating live is kind of a connection between all the song live, and that's also what catch the people, you know, like in the real range when they are completely in the mosh pit and they're all the energy.
You can speed up, you can stop, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, suffocation. Suffocation is the golden icon of playing live. There's no better band than Suffocation live. They're just the best. They're like, when I grow up, I want to play like Suffocation, you know, that attitude. They're the best. No click track, no bullshit, no nothing. They're just making it live.
And of course, so, I mean, that's also like, I guess that will be the chance during 2026 to see Banisher a little bit, maybe, I don't know, some festivals, some live show in Europe or in Poland as well. I mean, there will be the chance to see live and to see those, let's say, kind of energy, kind of, you know, like there's that line that goes between the end, between the start to the end, like of energy, like without ending. I mean, hopefully it's gonna be the chance. And if you ever end up, I don't know, have you ever played in Italy as a Banisher?
No, we never played in Italy,
Never?
I guess. No, we played France, Germany, Norway, Slovakia, Hungary,
Okay.
Austria. We played like
Yeah.
at least of some, but it was like 10 years ago. And after that, you know, I joined DCAB. I started to pursue my musical career and stuff. So, you know, now it's time to get back, and we're gonna get back, and we just need to, you know,
start to
build everything from scratch and build the brands and go there and here. But it takes time, and the new album is the great starters, I guess.
Yeah, of course. And I guess, like, as I said, you're not the you know, like a teenager going there for the first time. You've been in the music scene, you know how it works, you know already really how it works. So
you got the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, I mean, so you've never been to Italy with Banisher. That's a good opportunity, at least for the future, to just the north of Italy, to just catch Banisher somewhere when gonna be touring, because I know already some. When you mentioned that the people, I already picture in my head where it would be good in the city to see you live, like, because they're a really good spot for the sound. If you want a better light, which depends, I think you prefer the sound than the lights. So
actually, we were having this joke that the lights are more important than.
Really? Okay.
It's sort of a joke. I like to troll all the sound engineers, that I'm saying always that the light guy is more important than the sound guy, because the speed of light is faster than the sound, so people see the light first and then they hear. So
I mean,
it's a stupid joke, and they're like,
a photographer, I agree, like, and of course, but I think everyone is.
Light is more important because it's faster. People see it first, then they
but I don't hear
it's seconds, but it is. So, I think like the whole performance is important. But right now, what I also noticed, that even the local guys who are doing lights or sound or whatsoever, they're fucking good right now. They're not just like, you know, the archetype of local guy who's like gonna fuck up everything. they're very often way better than the guy that's coming with you, because he knows the place, he knows the room,
Yeah,
he
of
knows
course.
what to do, and he knows the gear that's there. He just doesn't know the band.
Of
But
course.
if the band plays good, then it's adjustable.
Yeah,
So
of course. There's a, of course, because these are things that I think they are starting also to get interesting in the music scene, because before there wasn't these things. Before, I remember, at least in the south, in Italy, we had this thing that the people that there was the sound engineering was also the light engineering, which was also everything engineering all at once. So
yeah,
you were hiring, sound engineering, you had
combo.
everything with you. So it was cheaper though. It was better because it was cheaper though. But you had a horrible live show. Even I remember this audio, whatever, that took fire in the live shows because they were playing with fire. So, and that's the light show. That's the light show. So,
Well, there's also
things
an old
happen.
saying: "Shit in, shit out." So
Exactly. But
if
yeah,
there's no, if it's the band is playing good, then
yeah,
there's a huge chance that it's gonna sound good. But obviously,
yeah.
like, there are some guys that can fuck up everything, but hopefully it's not the case for
Nah,
some years, I guess, because everybody's want to be catch up with time and all the new technologies,
of
and
course.
the new kids on the block, they actually know
No,
that they need to have super knowledge to be
they have to know
relevant
their shit.
on the scene. So it's great. Everything is better right now.
Yeah, of course. And I mean,
Yeah.
and before, like, because of going back to Metamorphosis, is gonna be released on digital platform only, or you also planning physical releases?
Now we're releasing as a physical copy. We're in Self-Made God Records, which is a really decent record label from Poland,
Okay.
and we're with them since Degrees of Isolation. And
Okay.
the album is going to be released on as a regular jewel box, and we're also releasing it as a special box set,
Okay.
which will include like a poster of the band, a patch, some kind of a leash, or
Okay.
how do you say it, like with a lot of accessories, and there's gonna be like a mm,
Merchandise.
some stuff like when you
Okay,
have
some
the beer
merchandise.
holder, but not the holder,
Yeah.
but the thing that's under the beer
But
that you
the pile, the thing that for not putting dirt on the
podstawka pod
table.
piwo,
I don't know.
it's podstawka pod piwo. So that's what it's gonna have, and some accessories. So we started that on Degrees of Isolation. We had like a similar thing, but now we're gonna do some swaps with the accessories. So
Okay.
this is the second type
Option.
of the release, and we're gonna have a vinyl.
Okay.
First time in history, so it's
Really,
great,
it's
and
the
I'm
first time
super.
of
Yeah. We
Banisher.
never had a vinyl. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
this time I'm super stoked about it, because it's gonna be a proper full release of everything. We have great graphics, also, which I am super proud of. That every song has a special dedicated cover artwork for it. So
really,
like
that's in the
every song has a specific cover for the every song has a graphic for
yeah.
it. So like every page that you watch, you've
Okay.
got
Okay, artwork.
a different cover,
Yeah.
which were released actually when the singles were coming. So now right now, like every song has its own cover,
Okay.
and it's gonna be like the design is super beautiful, because like every page is like something new, and the cover is matching the story of the song. So
That's
it was
that's
really
really good.
thought through.
It's I mean, you thought about like literally everything, like in detail to be literally a big release.
Absolutely everything.
I mean,
Absolutely
really.
everything.
I mean,
Absolutely everything.
and
I mean, like even the mood of the songs are actually combined with the lyrics. So like every
okay,
lyrical concept matches the
okay,
song.
like
So
the sound.
like,
Okay,
yeah, you can actually hear that, and
like
I've spent a lot of time composing and
oh,
putting all of that together. And some people would say that, oh, it's 6 years, dude, you're like lazy and shit. And I'm like, no, it takes that much time.
It takes
I
time.
mean, if I would have like a super, like a team of workers that would help me with everything,
maybe it will require 3 years.
Be maybe faster. Maybe it would took like 2 years.
Yeah.
I would say it took 4 years, but it might took like 2 years in total if I would have like everybody working with me, like a label and like a big label with a lot of money that we can invest in doing all of this. But it was only me actually, and
you know what?
the people who recorded.
These are the best projects. Believe me, these are the best projects.
Takes time, and I'm not lazy, I'm just busy. And I have also other things to do. I need to like work and shit. So
you mentioned quite a few times about for example, the second track, Daydreamer, and the single release. So what is really the concept or the main topic behind Metamorphosis? Like the gigantic theme, if there is one gigantic theme that or as well the message the Banisher was to send out with Metamorphosis.
Well, so there are several things. Like the first thing that I'll try to keep it as simple as possible, because I obviously have all of it written somewhere, but I just don't want to read from the paper. It's not about it. Like, if I would describe it, first things, it's like we need to move on album.
Okay,
that's one thing. The second thing is what marks a full circle of the band's 20th anniversary. There are a lot of really cool details in this album that are giving you a hint about it. Like, one of the hints is the 7th song on the record, which is Demons.
Okay.
The video that was already released some time ago, and the lyrics are at the very end of the song. Is like, it's all coming back. I've been here before. It's like being repeated. And what actually happens in the video is, from this very moment, the video is actually playing reverse as a rewind. So it's getting back to the very beginning.
Yeah.
And the next song is the demo song, but re-recorded.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And also, what is a really weird thing, the last riff of Demons, it's a riff from a song called Notion Materialize from Oniric Delusions. It's the same riff.
Okay, so it's kind
of... I just put it in, so we make like you played Mario Bros. There is like this ending of the level, and you can jump over everything and have a shortcut to the different levels. I made sort of this kind of concept idea that we are coming back to the previous things, and this riff conceptually was matching for the song.
That's cool.
And then we go back to one of the first 3 songs that we ever recorded, and it's there. So like, all those kind of tiny things that are in this album are very
really good idea.
There's a lot of cool ideas. That is, if you will take some time to dig in this album, there are so many cool details in there. And for example, any other songs, they were like conceptually everything that, like, the main thing about every song is this oniric concept. Like, everybody is dreaming, everybody has nightmares, everybody has something, and I think that what makes this album to connect with people is that everybody has dreams, nightmares, and can relate to the stuff that is happening. You know, like you have nightmares, I have nightmares, everybody is having like nightmares, and some of the songs are some of my nightmares, you know.
Okay.
Like they're on the paper, like that. And the other thing, like for example, Aftermath and Born to Die, those two songs. Born to Die was actually, the video was recorded, and there are scenes used from the riots that were in Poland back in 2022 about all the abortion thing.
That
was happening. It was a huge thing in Poland, and we actually used some of the, you know, like riot scenes that the director was during the riots, and he recorded them, and they put it in the video and the song. And how we are interpreting this is that is a fucking nightmare, that we're living in a country that is a nightmare for women, you know, for not having the abortion and stuff like that, controlling lives. You know, so
I know
this is like, for example, and what's the keyword? Nightmare. And you know, the same thing goes with Aftermath. It was all the pandemic stuff. You know, at first we thought that it's impossible or something like that, but it's also connotated and described on this song that pandemic was a nightmare.
Of course.
But it was live. And Daymare, for example, is a nightmare that is during the day, you know. It's a super easy explanation of that. And those are some of the concepts that are making like the mutual key of the lyrical concept in this album. So everything starting from the Oniric album, Oniric Delusions album, the main topic is about nightmares that we are living in and going through. So everybody can relate to that, I guess.
And, because they can relate in a macro cosmo, but also in the micro. So in the world, how we live, walking in the, you know, like whatever it is, but also in our internal world. So it's the small life we have here, like in I don't know, in my room, in your house, but also in the country. The country. I forget about that because it's a word. So it's
you know, like I would say that all those concepts and lyrics are about something that is actually sort of real and we can relate. It's not about fighting some stupid fucking dragons or you know, singing about demons and satans and shit. You know, it's like, it's the real demons, you know, and like the demons thing is also about, you know, like the demons inside of your head that are, for example, forcing you to make bad things, but you're not actually aware of that. Shit like that. So all of those songs have this mutual lyrical concept about the oniric stuff.
And that's what, like, also because I mean, I think we had for like in 2000 or even in the late 90s, I guess, I don't remember, I think a lot of going on with this majestic band, you know, with the fighting dragons and the Lord of the Rings things, but we're living it's beautiful, you know, to escape to reality.
It's cool. You cannot relate in a way, right?
Because
I cannot fucking relate to fighting dragons, you know, but I can relate to fighting my dreams and my, you know, demons.
But also, how do you grow up watching? Even it's like watching movie or hearing. You need to, for growing up and face the world. You need to have real thing and real stories and face and hear that someone is going through the same shit as you did, or seeing that every other people in the world are facing the same thing, and. It's okay sometimes. I mean, nothing against people that want sometimes to escape reality and fight a demon or a dragon. That's their choice. Nothing against that. But personally, I like to be a little bit more realistic and see what's going on in the world, like at least how to face it. Because
I think like in those songs, everybody can relate to some of the stories, which makes the album even more interesting.
Yeah, of course.
And the music follows, because all the like the atmosphere of every song is combined with the lyrical concept. So I
Of
think
course.
that this is something that everyone can relate to and dig.
Of course, I stay with this theme. Of course, don't make the next album about fighting dragons and climbing into the hills and over far away, whatever. Just don't write a weird.
I mean, like, it's gonna be definitely something that happened to my life, or how it's gonna be, because even Degrees of Isolation, this whole album, this is a concept album, and it's all the stories from my adventure during
Yeah.
decapitated trip in the US, when we were incarcerated for 3 months, and there are like horrible stories in there, but they're all true.
Of course.
I was there, and those songs are about those experiences. So this is like real shit,
Yeah, and that's.
And I really want to stick to this concept and the way that everything that you're gonna hear in this music and read, it's about something real. It's about me.
Yeah, but also that's that's what I told at the beginning. The music becomes good when it's good and has integrity. The people who are behind it and honest. That's what it's matter. That's what makes the music even better to listen. Even if you don't listen that much to the genre, you get more interested to the music, because it's interesting, because that people are honest and there is integrity, and you can also, like, I mean, in your in Metamorphosis, there is so many things to find out. It's almost like a treasure. I don't know, finding the treasure, like find the difference, like when you have to listen to a song and find what's new, like finding a treasure almost. So before the release date, there you mentioned there's going to be another single release, or is going to be straight the album released?
So we're planning already. Okay. There is one single release. It's called Manifest of Justice, and it's being around for like, I guess, like 10 days or something. Yeah. Today at midnight, we are releasing the second song, which is Soul Deformed. This is the song from the demo that's re-recorded.
Okay, that's cool, yeah.
And yeah, it's like there's like, how much did I change in 20 years, right? Sort of a song. I mean, it has a second bottom in there.
Yeah,
I love it. And then the release is set on the 30th of January. So it's
next week.
7 days. So the last day of January is gonna be
and
on Friday, next Friday, 30th of January, there's gonna be the release of the whole album. And then we are having videos in the making. There's gonna be obviously single to the second song, which is Damer, and we're working right now on the very fresh video.
Okay.
And to complete literally everything in this album, we have 2 more songs, that Metamorphosis and Metamorphosis Part 2, which is a song of initially I don't know if this even is a word, but I invented a word for this song. It's dwutwór, which makes like a song is singular.
Okay.
It's like utwór, it's a single song, and dwutwór is plural.
Okay.
So this is like a 2-piece song, which has 2 parts, actually. So it's like a one whole plaster of 12 minutes, something of a whole concept. And this song is also about, like the metamorphosis of a person, which in a way is also me, but we can find everyone in there. And there is also a very sort of grim story behind that, the thing that I am actually not telling, and I want everyone to just dig to the lyrics and try to find out on their own what we are trying
to do, like
to give. So I want to do also a whole video for those two songs as a one, but we were gonna like the releases slowly, so we don't just shoot all the fireworks at the very first.
No, just give a little bit of time, of course, to to yourself
let it breathe.
enjoy the releases of the people, how people are reacting, let the people assemble the music, find out. Maybe there would be people reaching out to you like, what does it mean that? What does it mean that? But also talking about, before ending, just where people can find the physical copy to purchase, to buy, purchase.
The physical copies are going to be available definitely at Self-Made God Records on their website.
Okay.
And we are also launching, I don't know if it's going to be a pre-sale, but it's going to be available on our Bandcamp, which is banisher.bandcamp.com. So it's just our Bandcamp. We're selling their merch, and CD is going to be there as well. So you can get the physical copies on our Bandcamp directly from me and the band.
So what can I say? Thank you so much again for the talk. And next time it has to be because you're coming to Italy, or at least Switzerland. I mean, it's very Italy. I will find a way. I mean, we will see with the months to come how it's going, the live show situation. And if you are close by, I will give you some names of some good, cool venues.
Right, that's gonna be great.
Yeah,
looking forward.
So, and thank you so much for the explanation. And I'm happy to see a full length of Banisher, because this is the first full length that I'm listening as that is coming new, because we met in 2021. So thank you so much, and thank you for the honesty. That's what we always love. Thank you so much. Have a rest of the day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.